touting the existence of Providence to the world. This was a fatal mistake, and our analysts are tracing its origin as we speak. In the meantime, we have a lead on Lucas Gray's top lieutenant. Turns out the Delgado cartel's counterfeiting unit was creating fake IDs for the militia, and one operative in particular stands out, Wazir Kale, an infamous South China Sea pirate better known by his nom de guerre, the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom and his cutthroat band of outlaws were the scourge of the shipping industry in the post-recession years. But his reign of terror came to an end with the disastrous 2014 hijacking of the supertanker Francis King. Chinese elite forces stormed the ship, resulting in the deaths of a dozen sailors and most of the Maelstrom's crew. But Kale slipped away unseen. The Maelstrom's connection to Gray is unknown, but we believe it was he who carried out the audacious killing of a Providence CEO in Shanghai, along with two reactivated members of his old pirate gang, Vanya Shah, a shady figure in Mumbai's criminal underworld, and Dawood Rangan, the gang's old cashier turned dodgy movie producer. Shah, Rangan, and the Maelstrom form Lucas Gray's Eastern Cell. They are a crack strike team, and stopping them is our client's most pressing concern. Unfortunately, the elusive Maelstrom appears to have vanished into the seedy underbelly of Mumbai, the cradle of his criminal legend, and no one knows his whereabouts or what he currently looks like. So, a bandit queen, a showbiz charlatan, and one certifiable ghost. I shall leave you to prepare.
Hello and welcome to the Red to Rivals World Championships 2022. So a Group G game between BluntsnBeatz and KKennyZ. I got them the wrong way around. Fantastic stuff, Joker. We're going to Kenny's map first, of course, which is Mumbai. Blunts yet to go live. I'm sure he'll create that very shortly. And yeah, Mumbai, the first map here. We know my views on Mumbai. But look, with these two, like we see, Kenny's been here 8 times, won in 5 times. They're very experienced. Blunts is also a big advocate for this map as well, so hopefully we see something different today. So yeah, I can't see anything out of the ordinary really today. You know, Skywalk and Brick is just so prominent. On Mumbai, I wouldn't think we'd see anything different. You know, Blunts is not live yet. Last spin will come through anyways, and it will be Fire Axe Taylor for Wazir Kale. Vanya Shah, Cleaver as the elite thug, Dawood Rangan, Loud Pistol as the Holy Man. Yeah, it's a spin, alright. I'm gonna keep refreshing Blunts, mate. Let me just. I have got the right link here. I'm gonna copy and paste as well, just from the matchups channel. He's live in admin screen. Yeah, time to go live. A benefit of the admin screen, of course, you can see with the indication of a green circle if the players open the link or not. A nice benefit there from Mr. Mike. Kenny is the first to load in here. He didn't want us to see this abysmal Mumbai. Oh, I'm joking. It is most definitely a spin. Really, isn't it? It's 47. Loud Dawood's going to be interesting. I can try and force that. Perhaps. Yeah, again, it is just snail off everyone. Shoot Dawood with a loud pistol and dump them into the river. You know? Ain't that bad. Do we have Blunts? Oh, yes, we do, and we have ads. Caster's favourite nightmare. So definitely going to be really interesting. This strat from Blunts here using the ads is very good. We'll see the ads finish. He'll be in a similar position. Can he have the health Maelstrom isolated here? Not grab the Honey Man next? I think this is actually really smart from Kenny to go grab the Taylor now and buff for that. By Maelstrom, of course, needs it for that kill. We do see Blunts now drag the Maelstrom into the bathroom there, and we'll hide the Honey Man. Kenny moving his way into the Taylor's shop. Up the stairs, we'll tell him the fuse box, a standard lure now, ready for Taylor. I'm sure Blunts will do the same thing. No, he does swap into the Holy Man disguise now, so perhaps he could just not do anything about that Wazir kill till later on. But yeah, it's definitely most definitely going to be interesting. Blunt's ever not a little bump onto the Fug there to get past him. Good, good game tech indeed there. Underused, I would think. The amount of times we see people wait out in forces when you can just bump him, wait, and then move out of the way. Coloured, I have not done a Dartmoor spin sub 30 seconds yet, unfortunately. Um, bumps and beats, true that, true that. That's got his way to the metal worker hut here. It's we'll knock out the pair of them. Buffering his honeyman disguise there, so he's going to go for a cleaver and an elite Fug now, so he can get that Vanya kill, then go grab that Daru kill right afterwards. Again, he is making his way up onto the hill now for that elite Fug, so say cleaver, God knows where there is, but they're most certainly one on the map. Blunt's will opt to track this moving Fug up here, as Kenny makes his way up into the Chul, so that seems to be the cleaver that he's going for.
47.
And it is the one in the Kashmir's apartment. Blunt's will crowbar open this door. No, won't. He will just do a throw distraction even to get the elite Fug moving through. There's 3 cleavers all in shit. Yeah, that sounds about right. That does sound about right. Blunt's will get a trank off onto the elite guard, who does see the Fug's body, but it's all fine. He is tranked, so will retain his green guns. Zozo has the Fug disguise. The elite Fug even has to find a cleaver now. What one he goes for? It's going to be a good question indeed. And oh yeah, we see Kenny now with the tailor disguise. I'm assuming he's just pop into the Fug disguise now. The Holy Man disguise even, and leave his tailor here, which he will do. Good use of disguise buffer in here from Kenny. Aware of what disguise he needs for the kills, and he's making really good work of that. Likewise with Blunt's, you know, keeping his Holy Man in the furnace area, the chimneys, of course, so he can get that Vanya kill, then go back, and Blunt's will have the metal worker, will also leave his Fug there, so we'll now go grab the Taylor. We'll crowbar open the door here, it's fine to do so. We'll be heard, so someone will come and investigate that, I think. Breath on the generator nevertheless, I think. I don't think it is the Taylor investigating the crowbarred door. No one is. Yes, oh, someone is, and there's a question mark somewhere on the map. And it will be someone investigating it from the outside. Just a random NPC. That is fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, we're Blunt's doing the standard stuff now. Turn on the generator for the Taylor. Kenny. Difference is here. We saw Blunt's trank this Fug roaming on top of the hill here. We won't see Kenny do. Kenny will wait for him to start moving. So I'm assuming we'll see Kenny get the crowbar onto the door to grab the elite Fug disguise. We'll let the Fug walk all the way past the door, so it would seem to be him opting for that. Blunt's swapping into the Taylor disguise now, so he has all the disguises he needs for the kills. We'll have to go around this doorway. Of course, there are a bunch of enforcers in the downstairs of the Taylor room for that, so it'd be interesting to see where he leaves his Taylor disguise now. Kenny crowbar and open the door here. We'll distract the elite Fug. Has a trank for him, so we'll wait for him to get to the doorway. Of course, you can have a bit of issues with the unconscious witness. Personal experience from me there. Going behind the guard there. Can be a bit risky with the thrown KO, but it's all fine. Kenny gets around the front and we'll trank him. All good indeed. Of course, the Maelstrom won't come up here. He's already knocked out. So we'll swap into the elite Fug disguise here. Has the cleaver. Has the Holy Man buffered by the metal workers, I would assume. So can go and do that now. Kenny, I would give the lead to here. 100%. I would really give Kenny the lead here on currently Mumbai. The Holy Man is there. We'll put a brick into the chimney there, into the furnace. We'll do a throw a shot onto these Queen's Guards here by the crates. Pretty standard stuff in this Vanya clear out.
47. Shah and Rangan are both on the move. I think they're heading for the beach area near the slums.
We'll get a one knockout onto one of them, and then a knockout onto the other ones. Pretty standard stuff here from Kane. Nothing more to expect really in terms of target isolations. The difference is in Mumbai and what gives you the edges. Can you be the quickest to deal with disguises and make the route as efficient as possible? I think Kenny has done that really well. He has a 1 minute lead here because Blunts has paused. I'm assuming that's for an item on Hitmouse or something like that. Who is also starting the Bricklow here in the Taylor disguise, so can't go with this Vanya kill right away. But I don't think he does have the cleaver yet, so we'll have to come back for it. Kenny's really made good use of his time. It seems we'll let Vanya get ahead here. We'll start bumping Rima. Of course, she really wants to knock out her first, which Kenny will do. We'll bump the other two guards here, so we get a successful knockout here onto Vanya and Co. And we'll lob the cleaver into the back of Vanya's head. And we'll pick up the loud pistol from the Queen's bodyguard there. We'll just drag her out of the way of any line of sight, but it's all fine. Blunt's also getting a knockout onto Vanya, and Co here, of course, doesn't have the cleaver yet, so can't opt with that kill. We'll try and rush into the train yard now to go grab the cleaver. Of course, there is one inside there. But in the Queen's guard disguise, not the bodyguard disguise, could be made slightly harder for himself here. Kenny going across the shore here towards the barge. We'll get a knock onto the food vendor, I would assume. We'll have to do a distraction first. Now, what he does with this food vendor will be interesting, where he leaves him. Of course, everyone else will be snailed off. It's all fine, but this one food vendor here, will be interesting to see what he does with the body, where he leaves him. Be interesting what thugs respond to it, etc. But I'm sure Kenny is very practiced with double loud kills, so we'll know what to do for him. Gets a nice chain learn. He doesn't get all of it, so I have to wait for the distraction for the food vendor to stop investigating there. Blunts now sort of into the Holy Man disguise after grabbing the cleaver. Or does he not grab the cleaver? Oh no, I'm watching. It's hard to keep track of both. Kenny actually has that spare trank from only using one on the Elite Thug grab, can safely grab that disguise here, and we'll do a throw distraction onto the other food vendor as Darwood approaches across the barge now. Should hopefully have this second kill in no time. Of course, the fire axe is in the tower, so we'll have to swap into that bodyguard disguise afterwards. Go grab the fire axe. The Taylor is, of course, already by the knocked out Maelstrom, so no worries in that regard. Kenny will get a bump off onto Darwood here now. This is actually very close to Darwood, but he does walk away a little bit, so it's all fine. Darwood definitely has no risk there of getting knocked out by the snow. He doesn't. We'll wait for the boys to collapse for health intervention to the back of his head. Fantastic. And we'll swap into the bodyguard disguise now, so we'll go and grab the fire axe now instead of doing the kill first, and we'll come back and do that kill later on. I think that is definitely the safer approach for sure. You'll waste, the time difference is practically nothing, but Blunts can't get this throw off in time. He is a bit late here. Both food vendors still up. Darwood crossing the bridge here. It's going to be interesting to see how he approaches this. Of course, no more tranks left for him. It seems so. Definitely going to be interesting here for sure. The food vendor does not investigate the throw there. One of the bodyguards will drop a snell even for the 3 bodyguards. It could be worse, meme. It could be worse, I would imagine. And this is really going to be interesting from Blunts here. Has the 3 bodyguards down, but you know, still has a food vendor, etc. to deal with. We get a target locked down onto Darwood, but that's really nicely handled there. Does get a lockdown. Yeah, he does. Also, yeah, distraction even onto the other food vendor. Gives him time to drag this body around here. Drops also has a weapon dropped for the food vendor, the other food vendor to take to the guards. So actually, that's really well handled from Blunts there. But you know, Kenny actually will be taking the fire axe across the Maelstrom now. We'll be getting that kill first, then going back to Darwood. Of course, if he picked up the keys, he could have done this kill, the coins even. He could have done this kill, then got the exit in the tuk-tuk. But again, he has a really big lead here over Blunts, getting his second kill down. Blunts, nearly 9 minutes in, yet to have a kill, as Kenny does get a second, just needs that Holy Man Darwood kill. of course, which he practically does have already. Some enforcers here to watch out for. They do turn at the right moment. For Kenny approaching Dawood here, it seems to be him home and saying won't have to worry about swapping disguises afterwards, of course. Nothing to do afterwards, just has to run to the boat exit, of course. Won't have the taxi exit available to him as the food vendor is already knocked out. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. And Dawood is eventually found for Blunts. I would assume that is the food vendor who does take his normal cycle around there. So rip for him. Kenny waiting for these local security on the bar to turn around and have their little chat before fully committing to this kill. Playing it really sensibly and safe here. We'll drag him right to the water edge. We'll get the kill off. One straight shot to the head. We'll immediately drag him and dump him safely. Nicely done from Kane there. We'll get the kills down. Can just run to the boat. Exit here. All the bodies around that area snailed and tranked. We will see the bodies found, but of course Snail retains green guns, likewise the trank. So it's all good from Kenny there on our first map. By that first try run, it seems 12 minutes in game time, just under. Does get the job done, and Kenny will be the first to come out of Mumbai, taking the lead 2-0 in this important third place decider match. GG's indeed. On our first map there, here's Mumbai. We'll be heading to our second map, Paris now, so we'll go to a short break before having our second map, Paris.
Good evening, 47. Your destination is the Paris Fashion Show by Sanguine, one of Europe's leading couture brands. Your targets are Sanguine owner Viktor Novikov, a former oligarch turned fashion mogul, and his partner Dalia Margolis, a retired supermodel, an iconic power couple on the global fashion scene, and two of the most dangerous people in the world. Novikov and Margolis are in fact the ringleaders of Iago, an enigmatic spy ring that deals in the global elite's most valuable secrets. Unscrupulous and opportunistic, Iago has caused disastrous security leaks all over the globe. When Crimean separatists caused a deadly meltdown at the Odessa nuclear power plant, Iago gave them access to the plant security network. And when the Delgado drug cartel shot down the plane of President Hernandez and his family, Iago provided the classified flight plans. Now Novikov and Margolis have obtained a knock list of British undercover agents, which they plan to sell at a secret Iago auction during the Sanguine show. So our client, MI6, need us to stop the ringleaders before the knock list ends up in the wrong hands. The Sanguine show will be swarming with security, and Viktor Novikov will be the focus of everyone's attention. But despite his posturing, he is merely the money man. The real target is Dalia Margolis. Beautiful and brilliant, she is a master manipulator and the true brains behind Iago. Two targets, a highly public event. At first glance, an impossible task. Then again, I do know how you love a challenge. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back. Before we go back into the action, we'll take a quick look at how Group G shapes up and the results needed for the players here. Of course, they've already qualified Blunts and Kenny. They are fighting for that important third place spot. Of course, whoever finishes fourth will have to play a first seed from another group. Whoever finishes third will have to play a second seed from the other group. So the third seed is definitely favourable here. Kenny has to win. He has to win this game. From this point, I'm pretty sure it has to be a sweep. We see Kenny is currently at the start of the game 3 points behind Blunts, is now only 1 point behind Blunts. He has to sweep or win 5-1. You know, if he does win Paris, he'll be 1 point ahead of Blunts, and that really will be a decider map. Although it is 4-0, technically it won't be a tiebreaker in terms of the game, but in terms of the placement from the pair, this could definitely be a decider. Kenny has to sweep to take our first spot, and of course, in fun. Well, he's done in for fun things, not dropping a single map, getting the full 47 points. So let's go back into the action here. Paris will be our second map, picked by Blunts there. Interestingly, Kenny, you're blinding me, man. Hasn't played Paris once in an RR setting, but I'm sure he would have played Paris in practice of some sort. So perhaps a pick from Blunts there because Kenny's a bit inexperienced on it. Blunts has been here twice before, winning once, losing once. That 50% win rate. Common Joker, spill your words out. Definitely interesting. Should we just DM Kenny, change your suit please? Strobe lighting effects. I need to give a trigger warning before we go back into our map cell. Wow. I didn't know it was that bright. Holy. That is... Wow. You can't play with that. Actually, whoever came 5th in Group G now gets that 4th place spot. Taking Kenny's spot from that. That's fantastic. I like when he aims in though, it's all fine. If he aims in, it's fine, but when he's like this, it's not. That's fantastic. Doing the catwalk. What? That's the Neon Ninja Suit meme, Junkie. It's fantastic. It's probably one of the crappy. Oh my god! Even then, the Paris catwalk music is so loud. Jesus, Paris, calm yourself. Blunt's loading back up his game here. Probably a game crash. Proper IOI. Yeah, it was a suit unlocked with the ET arcades. So can you just not make it a suit spin or a attic start spin, please, meme? That'd be appreciated. I want to have my eyesight for the rest of the games. Yes, Kenny made Blunt's crash. True that. We managed to talk away from our Harrison. We'll be here. We'll be Victor Novkov, Cleaver as the Vampire Magician, Dahlia Margolis, loud explosive weapon as a stylist. An interesting spin, I think. I actually think this is a really interesting spin. I like to see the approach from both players on it, for sure. I think a tech crew start here. A ceiling shot onto Novikov to get him upstairs could very much be the way forward here. Do you see Blunt's up a attic start? Of course, a metic onto Dahlia right off the bat there could actually easily result in that. Vampire Magician as well. You could if you bring a Seeker, you can Seeker. Dahlia get the isolation kill set up in the bathroom, go down into the attic and get that shot off. Auction, in my opinion. Yeah, there you go. Look, Throat knows what he's on about. It is easy peasy. We do see Kenny start tech crew. What's new? Blunt's loading. I think we do see Blunt's go that auction stuff. Auction start. Will be interesting. This will be interesting if Kenny does isolate. Novikov down here. The approach to getting him. We'll knock out the security guard here. It's a toilet, so it seems to be he will drag Novikov through here. So a bit of extra running, but again, wherever you isolate Victor, even in this area, doesn't really matter at all. It's pretty easy to get to, no matter what. You just have to be careful. Then 2 roam security guards, really. That's pretty much it. Kenny will swap into the security guard disguise here. Dahlia's on our way downstairs. Indicated by that on the mini-map. The auction staff in here already knocked out. He will drag and box him. Must be a bit careful with sofas if he has managed to get him to come downstairs. Again, I ain't got a clue how you manage with sofas, so that's it. Blunts gets that. Cicada bodyguard disguise there, going into the bathroom here. We'll have to knock out the other bodyguard in here and perhaps sofas. And he will do a throw distraction to do so. No, he will just knock out Dahlia, so perhaps suggesting this will be an exit kill. Kenny dragging and leaving Dahlia in the corner here. Will be safe to leave her here, of course. This corner is safe from sofas. Blunt's going through the attic here, of course, in the bodyguard disguise. This guy is allowed to. We'll go grab the Vampire Magician disguise. Victor, yet to move for him. So good stuff from him indeed. We'll have to swap into the Shake or the bodyguard disguise in that room to, of course, go and grab the Cleaver. If he can go and grab that in the Vampire Magician, then well played, my man. Won't be the end. Actually, won't be that hard, but it definitely will be easier in the form of a bodyguard or Shake disguise. The 2 disguises that will be available to you when you isolate Victor with that red carpet Seeker. Kenny with both sides isolated will come downstairs here, grab the cleaver. I'm assuming that our next step with Kenny would be to go and grab that Vampire Magician Disguise, set up that Novikov kill and get a stylist. So it's really interesting to see. I think Blunts will have the quicker strat, but you know, Kenny has that 1 minute in-game time lead, so it's really hard to tell really who is in the lead here. You would think Kenny, because he has both targets isolated, but Blunts now with a Seeker onto Victor. We'll get a double Seeker onto Victor, interestingly enough. If that was intentional or not, I don't know. Perhaps might have thought he missed that first start. Will there shot distraction here onto the security in this storage room to get past? Will work his way through and around here to the tech area. Has to be careful with them 2 security guards. And wow, this game being this game, they stopped right where he's trying to get through. Will a shot distraction on shot onto the camera. Even it won't be heard, fortunately for him. Will skip his way past the second camera here. Tuck himself into the corner. Will shoot it. Kurt has followed Novikov up. He will shoot the door open. It's all fine. Can sneak around and behind Kurt there. We'll get a throw knockout onto him and we'll just punch Victor in the head. No, he won't. He'll keep him alive. No, he won't. He'll keep him unconscious. Kenny makes his way up now into the attic. Climbs up the ladder here and has to go a pretty long run round now to that Vampire Magician and then a long run back to Victor. So I will have to give the lead to Blunts here, I would say. Has both kills set up. You know, if he did deal with that bathroom with Dardia, could have done this kill right now. We'll swap into the stylist disguise now even. This is going to be a photo finish, you think me? Blunts will get that kill onto Dardia. Should be fine. There is a bodyguard there, unless it's soundproof anyway, I don't fucking know. What do I know? It could be a disguise, there could be soundproof, God Lord knows. But it does seem to be going in the way of Blunts here for sure. I'd have to give it to Blunts at the moment. Fucking ads, it was... Hey, Chris. It's all fine. Blunts making his way up now. Has the bodyguard disguise, has the cleaver. Red guns, but that is from Victor. Did punch him square in the nose, so you would expect that the red guns to come through. Kenny has the Vampire Magician. Gets through the attic, comes down the ladder here. But Blunts will be about to get that second kill. Down with your about him having the crew strat. That really has been highlighted here. We'll swap into the Vampire Magician. Of course, Blunts here. Green guns are back, swaps back into the bodyguard disguise. Run down the red carpet here for a pretty simple exit, and should comfortably be a Blunts win here. Kenny's have to try and do something special, you know. He still has to get that victor kill, still has to go grab the stylist and still has to get to the exit. Yeah, you know, you heavily favour Blunts here, and that win on Paris now will cement in that 3rd place finish in Group G. Kenny, unfortunately, with that map dropped. Not what he would have wanted, but Blunts so strong on Paris here. Will be finishing 3rd in Group G. GG's indeed. Blunts extends his lead over Kenny back to 3 points. With only 1 game left, only one map left even from a pair of them, which will be Art to Gal. Kenny has no way of catching up Blunts. And they are set. Infun does finish top. Sparkles in 2nd place. Blunts in 3rd. Kenny will take that 4th place spot. So yeah, that's been sealed. But we do have 1 map left here. You know, could be bragging rights over the other. Oh, look at me, I beat you. Yeah, but I came 3rd. Oh. We'll go to a short break before having our final map here. Artist to go.
Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
So welcome back here, Scout, will be our final map. Another map Kenny doesn't have lots of experience in. Only been here once, did lose on that occasion. It'll be interesting to see who he did lose to. Blunts has also been here twice, winning once, losing once. I love this map. I really do. I think it's arguably one of the best 2-time maps for roulette in the game. It is fantastic. The availability of ISOs you have in this map is fantastic. Every disguise is unique in its own sense of isolations. There is no disguise that can arguably bait Nathaniel. Other than that, every disguise is not just an emetic like other maps. You know, you can. Every disguise is its own way. That's not just an emetic. Seagal is based as fuck. Yes, it is. It is actually a fantastic map. The variation we see in terms of the isolations. You know, you have your multiple just from Ark. Remember, start with the gold bar, the phone, the gas grenade. You can then replicate that with a custodian starts. The architect start, of course, the chapel start. You know, you have your wide variations. The seeker onto Sophia from the architect start, knock her out, go downstairs, and then get another seeker off onto Zoe. You know, it is so good in that sense. I'd like to see a spin where it would definitely have multiple ways of approaching it. That would be around the same length of in-game time, and it'll be interesting to see what approach both players pick for it. The trouble star as well, of course, being so prominent with suit spins, being able to get Zoe isolated within 1 minute 20, even killed if she's the kill condition with the suits or the MOC or even guard. Then being able to get up to Sophia and get her isolated by the 2-minute mark from a suit style in this on Seagal is fantastic. It really does help indeed. It'd be interesting to see the approaches from the players on the spin, so hopefully it will be an interesting one. Map record 338 by Fun. Wow, one of his many records. And yet the suit is still bright on Seagal. Use the ban Kenny. So actually, I want to see a chapel spin, but now because Kenny uses that suit, I don't want to see the a chapel spin. The neon ninja suit. Wow, it burns your retinas. It really does. But yeah, I want to see an interesting Seagal here, multiple approaches, and hopefully I get what I want, and perhaps even a spin that could break that record. He has too many. But yeah, our Seagal spin will be through, and it will be Zoe Washington, explosive weapon as the Knight's armor. Sophia Washington, sniper as the initiate. I don't think it is a record spin. I don't think so. I don't know what's telling me that, but I don't think it's a record spin. Yeah, no, I don't think it is a record spin. I can't lie. The star here would be interesting from both. Really would be. Again, you have your multiple approaches. I said about this earlier. You do have your multiple approaches. You really do. You could set up this Zoe kill right off the bat of the Ark member starts. You know, or you can start Architect and worry about Zoe later. You do definitely have your approaches here, and that will be interesting. What they do with it. Blunt starting. It seems as the Architect will then swap up to Ark member, so we'll be getting that quick isolation onto Zoe. using the gas device, the gas grenade even. See, it's such a lovely strat. I'll try and explain how it works. You bump Zoe so she looks at you. Then you throw the gas device so she sees you throw it. She gets suspicious of you. She'll follow you. But in the meantime, her guard will get sick. So actually, it is a really nice little use of the gas grenade. I say it's what arguably the most viable item from Ambrose. You do see Blunts take it to full effect here. Letting Zoe run around the corner. Pretty standard stuff, and of course her guard's sick is nothing to worry about. Kenny gets a Seeker off onto Sophia. Will knock out her and her guard. Of course, Zoe's the one you have to knock out her guard with. She has the VIP properties. Sophia doesn't. It's fantastic. A big rip for Bluntsy. I think he does have the exclamation mark from someone else as well, so that is a rip from Bluntsy. And the thing is, you'd probably do a Sophia kill first, so you will not realise till the end. Which is very unfortunate, you know. And we'll get a subdue onto Zoe's guard here. The Upman didn't see him yet. Of course, you can have the exclamation mark, but you sometimes are fine. As long as they don't see you, you're all fine. Has the kill switch. Lol, it'd be funny if he presses that. I want to see someone press it, I can't lie. It sounds peak, but I want to see it. Well, we saw with Duck yesterday on Mendoza. He got an exclamation mark over a mercenary's head, was able to run away. And it was only when he went into his sightlines that that's when he was ripped. So I'm going to stay optimistic for the meantime. I'm going to stay optimistic. Blunt certainly you have to be quick if he wants to get the radio. Will be quick. I think he will just miss it. Of course, the one loss you do have of doing this with Zoe is you don't have a spare Seeker Emetic for Sophia, which is very unfortunate. And you know, we could see him go grab the Initiate Disguise now, of course, and go have that peekaboo option onto Sophia in round 2-3 minutes. Kenny has that kill on Zoe set up, so both targets down and isolated for Kenny. We'll just have to get that Initiate Disguise next, I would assume. Just worry about that later. Blunt's climbing his way up towards the Knight's Armour. Yeah, so we care about anyway. Yeah, true that. He'll make his way up the stairs here. Has to watch out for some cameras that could potentially spill danger. Of course, there is a key card he needs to get through here, but I think he picked up Zoe, so it'll be fine to get through. Does have that key card, all good. There will be a camera here I have to watch out for. And he does get around nicely, unless he has no picture-in-picture. What do I know? Now it could be an interesting grab onto the Knight's Armour, of course. 2 elite guards up here, 1 outside. You can't swap into it directly. You have to deal with one of them here. It doesn't have a track to do so. So not the most ideal. We get a distraction onto one. And we'll swap into the Knight's Armour. So he's maybe like a right mug there. We'll get the kill onto Zoe. And we'll retain his red guns. Swaps back into elite guards, guys. He hasn't noticed yet. He still has red guns. A lethal mistake for Blunts there. Not recognising that he has red guns. Of course, Zoe's dead. The other target is still alive and walking. It can't be from Sophia. So yeah. Welp. The longer this goes on for Blunts here. And it could even be when he sees Sophia killed or he sees Sophia moving around, he realises, oh fuck. You know. Speaking of Sophia, she does come up the stairs now. So has missed that peekaboo opportunity. He could just isolate her on the stairs here if he wished, or even try and get a throw distraction off here. But we do see Kenny, in the meantime, does get the Initiate Disguise and does get the kill off onto Sophia. Swaps into the elite guard here and will make his way upstairs very shortly and try and get that Zoe kill. He has green guns, so it's going to make life a lot easier for him here. Blunts with a knockout onto Zoe. Very well played from Blunts there. But it means nothing for him. it really does mean nothing. Has them red guns. Of course, this map for him doesn't really matter. He has qualified in first, win or lose, or even tie. I don't think we'll see a tie here. Kenny's going to have to be careful climbing this pipe, but he does get a good time with that elite guard, who will move away now. Does allow him to climb up here, and it'll be interesting to see if Kenny does have a trank and if he opts to use it or not. I don't think he does, so you have to try something for sure here. With distractions, we'll place down some guns actually for the guards to pick up. Has seekers as well to drop. Has a pistol he could use, I think. But we'll just drop plenty of weapons there, which will be seen by the guards. We'll also do a throw distraction, I would assume, for the other guards to see one and walk away. So both players with nice knight armor grabs, but it means nothing for Blunts, who's still red guns, still moving around, still not realising just yet. Kenny now gets a distraction onto the other knight, onto the other knights. On there's plenty. What? The other guard will investigate it. So he will have both guards moved away soon. It's longer than Blunt's for sure, but it will get the job done. He has a huge lead here. Whatever his in-game time is, like he has a 6-minute lead. Blunt's red guns and he can't get rid of them. He will have red guns to the end of the run. He will exit without Silent Assassin rating. But Kenny will swap into the Knight's Armor now. Has the breach already buys though. He will just have to get this kill. And then has quite a long run to the exit. Will detonate the breach there. Has both kills. Just has to find an exit. Of course, he uses a silent sniper. No chance of the constant being panicked. We'll have the helicopter exit available to him. Blunts makes his way back up to Sophia here. Again, could be a bit risky. Could get some peekaboos with the architects here. And with Sophia even isolated in that room, could spill some danger, which he doesn't want, but of course it won't matter. He'll have red guns no matter the outcome here. We do see Kenny makes his way back down the stairs here from the Hyperborean, from the, I don't even know what the nice, is it the Constance Tower? No, the Constance Tower is the, oh fuck knows what the room is up there. Blunts, red guns still. I think the realization is kicked in now. He's had that since the 15th second. Unfortunately, he has not realised from it. So yeah, very unfortunate stuff there for Blunts. But Kenny, he would have exited first anyways. Here to do see the finish come through as Blunts restarts. Kenny exits, taking that 4-2 win over Blunts, but isn't enough for him to take that third place finish, and he'd have to hold that 4th place finish in Group G. GG's indeed. Blunts did lose today, but perhaps takes the bigger win overall with that 3rd place finish. And should we take a look at how the final of Group G has shaped up? I think there are other games involved, but they won't affect the overall outcome of the top 4 content maps you can load. Should we refresh it anyways? Let's refresh it. Group G. All the games have been played and the final standings are as followed. In fun, on top, 42 points. We add 5 for the 47 points, of course. 21 maps played, 21 maps won. Actually fantastic. Sparkles finishes second on 28 points, winning 5 games, only losing 2. Blunts finishes in 3rd spot there on 24 points, winning 4, losing 3. Kenny in that 4th place. Not enough from today's game to get that 3rd place, but you know, a qualifier is a qualifier in his eyes. Will end on 23 points. Mikla's comes in a very valiant 5th from 14 points. Soviets finishes 6th even on 13 points. Astoria and Frivolous both finishing on 12. Did win more games than Soviets, but Soviet did take more points from games he lost and was able to accumulate more points in that regard. But yeah, in fun, Sparkles, Blunts and Kenny, the 4 from Group G that will advance to the Curry stage. We'll look at our current matches now.